So we are going to be working with Bootstrap this week. Bootstrap is used to format your views, and it uses classes to do the formatting. So it's a matter of learning what the different class names are, and then basically putting those into your uh, Razor page HTML tags. So we're going to start by reading chapter 3 in the book, and then you are going to go into the lecture demo. And we do cover updating client-side libraries. In practice, I would not update the library unless you need to use a feature that is not available in the current library. But we're going to go through how to update them just so you guys know how. But different versions of libraries like Bootstrap can really modify how your pages look. And from Bootstrap 4 to Bootstrap 5, there was a huge change in how the navigation menus looked. So a little word of warning as far as updating those libraries. So I would not update a library unless I needed a new feature. Okay, but we do walk through how to do it so you guys know how. Okay, and then we kind of take a look at where those different library versions are located. Okay, and how to use them. And as you go through this, you are going to be adding some script tags to the layout page. You're going to be updating your libraries, and you're going to be learning about Bootstrap 5. And what I've done in here is I have tried to add some interactive links, and there are videos throughout that actually walk you through this. But if you go into those interactive links, I do think it's incredibly useful to practice using these different Bootstrap commands. The grid system in Bootstrap is very similar to the grid view in HTML5 CSS because it divides things into columns and rows. And those columns have to add up to 12. So here's just a little example. Here's another example. Okay, and as you go through here, when possible, I have included live examples for you to take a look at. If you become pretty good at using Bootstrap, it is pretty easy to style a page, and you can do it rather quickly. If you look in this little example, all of the classes that you see are Bootstrap. So call, form, label, call, medium two, those are two different Bootstrap classes. And as you can see, you can kind of string them all in one class attribute. They do a very nice job of formatting the page. However, if you're somebody who likes to do your own color schematics, sometimes it can be tricky overriding those colors and settings that are in Bootstrap. You may end up having to use inline styles, or in your layout page where you pull the code in. Let me see if I can find an example here. Because CSS is cascading, if you pull in the Bootstrap above your site CSS, your site CSS can override it. Yep. So if you pull the Bootstrap in here, And then you've got your custom CSS below it. You should be able to override it, but the trick is you don't really know how the CSS has been applied in the Bootstrap class. And that is where it gets a little bit tricky. And sometimes it takes a while to figure out how to override things. Okay, so this kind of walks you through everything you need to know about Bootstrap. Lots of live examples in here of different things that you can do. Okay, and you are going to want to complete the hands-on exercises that are in here because those are your assignment. And then once you are done, at the bottom, it does give you a little summary of what you need to turn in. Okay, you'll notice that you have to do one on your own as well. Okay, so you're going to be styling future value and detective agency. And then you're going to be creating your own app, which you can use as your term project, or you may decide to do something totally different. Okay, but if you wanted to use this as the start of that project, that would be okay. But you do need to include authentication if you are going to use this as a term project. Okay, in the Dropbox, you need to put links out to the repositories, the GitHub repositories for those 3 different projects. As far as resources go, I did include some links to Bootstrap itself and to W3 Schools, also the PowerPoint that goes with the book. Okay, so if you guys do run into problems or you have any questions, please let me know. I'm actually pretty familiar with Bootstrap and I have overridden Bootstrap as well. So be happy to help you.